You there watching this video, if you want to know the secrets to the universe, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know the secrets to the universe, subscribe to my channel. I will tell you the secrets to the universe. The aliens have sent me down and told me to ask you to take me to your leader, and I'll tell you the secrets to the universe. Jeez, that's the second time I've messed that up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all around the world, welcome to another episode of some good old city skylines. Don't mind my intro, I'm just trying to find the secrets to the universe myself, fortunately. So I'm just another guy over here on good old city skylines. And speaking of city skylines, I downloaded city skylines number 2, but the graphics are awful, absolutely terrible. I don't know what's going on there. I think I might have to get a new graphics card or a new PC, or maybe just a new house altogether. Who knows, man? These things. But we cannot play some City Skylines 2. No, we can't play that because the PC just won't accept that. But anyways, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the flesh, the immaculate tortoise, half man, half tortoise. Yeah, that's our thing right there. Half man, half tortoise. Of course, trying to be as wise as a tortoise, and to live as long as a tortoise, but still trying to maintain our humanity, as per se. A tortoise is very wise, very humble being. He does no harm, very slow, elegant, and consumes what he needs to consume. But in return, he's wise, very strong, very strong. If you look at the shell that he carries on his back, it's very heavy, and over time it grows to become this big giant. This huge amphibious animal. It's not even an animal, it's a being. I don't like to call them as animals because it depicts them in a way that is less than me and you. But yes, a tortoise is very wise, and over here on the Immaculate Tortoise channel, we're trying to be like a tortoise. But anyways, guys, today is Thursday morning. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's blessed. I'm okay, I'm good myself. As soon as the game loads up, hopefully we should be able to move on. But here we are again. So, what do we say now? We've got to fill in this gap here whilst we wait for good old Chipper here to get things moving for us. Mods really do slow down the game, but they make the game fun. Otherwise, it'll just be the same old boring. Try and play City Skylines on Xbox or PlayStation. It's a completely different experience, I'll tell you that. But the controller and the mouse are completely different experiences. Keyboard and mouse and controller are completely different experiences. It's like when I used to have a PlayStation 2, we got the driving wheel and the pedals, the throttle and brake pedals, and now it's just completely different experience to controller. So yeah, so City Skylines on there is different, but on here it's more. I think you have more control on this. Anyways, guys, so please subscribe to my channel. Please forgive my poor intro there. I'm still trying to perfect that. We'll see what works and what does not work, but we got to keep on moving, right? So, what can we say now? So, Thursday morning, I've got work in about an hour's time from now. Vlog, I've recorded a vlog. Today, I've not recorded a vlog, but I will later on. I want to mix and match the vlogs because I want to I really want to perfect this. I really want to perfect it, and the more you can do the whatever it is that you want to perfect in a day, the better you are likely to become at it. At the moment, I'm only doing it once in the morning. For the last 7 days, I've done it in the morning, but now I want to mix and match. Whilst I'm working, maybe I can record some vlogs. But moving on to our, geez, 5 minutes down already, and it hasn't even started now. Very slow, very slow. Moving on anyway to our next point is, what does it take to be a YouTuber? What does it take to be a YouTuber? Well, the first thing is hard work. You really have to be on top of your game. Now, the best thing about hard work is all of us, we can work hard if we choose to apply ourselves, right? We can work hard, so there is always a chance for every single one of us as long as we choose to apply ourselves. Hard work is the first thing that you need for you to be a YouTuber. Secondly is I think chemistry. You need some chemistry, man. What is the chemistry of YouTube? There are certain chemical chemical. When I say chemical, I don't mean actual chemical. I mean charisma, charm, your coolness. Remember when you was in high school? Still loaded. 5 minutes. I know, so keep on talking. When you was in high school and you used to see that kid who was cool. Now, do I think those cool kids from my high school would be cool on YouTube? Well, YouTube is the whole world pretty much. YouTube high school is a closed off, secluded environment where a small group of young people come together from year 7 or grade 7 all the way to up to year 11 when they finish, but they're secluded then and there, and they sort themselves out according to what they think is acceptable and what's not acceptable. What makes them laugh, one does not make them laugh. But YouTube is the whole world, right? It's a big giant world. 8 billion people. That is a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen. That is a huge amount of people. I cannot stress to you how many people there are on the planet, but 8 billion is a lot of people. So, can the cool kids from my high school make an impression on here? Well, first and foremost, they've got the charm. Whilst they were in school, they've gained that notability of charm. They understand what it means to be charming and whatnot. Maybe they can apply that to YouTube itself. Maybe they can apply that to YouTube itself, and hope maybe they can actually become big YouTubers. But then and again, this is what I'm saying. YouTube is not a secluded environment where they all know each other. After a number of years, they know the strengths and weaknesses of this person and whatnot. YouTube is completely different because it's first and foremost, it's far more diverse. You got young people and you got adults on YouTube, right? Whereas in a school, it's just mainly young people, and the mindsets of young people are completely different. And when you think about high school anyway, those mindsets are still developing. Their values and principles and their norms are completely developing from what they will eventually accept as okay to them. So when you look at an adult, even an adult's values and norms do tend to change after a while. But in terms of what can we say? This is not even meant to be a one-way street. In terms of them, seeing the old cool kid from school and seeing them again and thinking, okay, I remember this guy. Can he make it on YouTube, right? Can the high school kid who was cool make it on YouTube? Who knows? This is what I'm saying. YouTube is too dynamic. Somebody might think he's charming, but then again, this is what I'm saying to you. School is secluded. First and foremost, a high school is a secluded environment. On top of that, you've got the region where the school is. Like, I live in West Yorkshire, and there are certain things that are interesting just in West Yorkshire, and when you spread that out, you've got the whole country, right, which is the UK. There are certain things which are found funny in the UK, and then you spread that out. You have the individualism coming now. You got the different countries, so each country might have its own values and morals, its norms that will find funny and not funny. So a person could make it, or they could not make it. They could apply what they've learned in high school, and it might work, it might not work. Who knows? But it depends on what the person at the moment. I mean, I think you've got to catch somebody at the right time. Somebody could be having a bad day and they go on YouTube and just happen to come across your video and it makes them happy. And there you are, boom, you've got a subscriber, right? Just like that, simple as that. Just like you got to catch. I know there's that aspect of YouTube. You got to catch it at the right time. Somebody could be having a bad time, and you've just got to catch them at the right time, and you got a subscriber. So it's a bunch of there is chance there. There is the skill itself, the ability to. I mean, you just don't want to make a boring video on YouTube, which this is a boring video, but I get that because I'm learning still. But there is that notion of you need to be a tiny bit charismatic for you to be if you want to stand out from the YouTube crowd. And at the moment, everybody seems to be, I don't know, somewhat I don't know, we're still learning anyway. So you need to stand out. So in terms of my personal experience when it comes to trying to be cool, I was never the cool kid, I'll tell you that. I was never the cool kid. I was trying to hang out with the cool kids, which was very bad for me because I stagnated myself in the process. I had to give up myself, give up my morals, give up what I believed in to just to want to be around the cool kids, which was very silly of, extremely silly of me. And I withered away, I withered away. What could have been something that could have made me stand out, I decided to suppress it so like I could impress the cool kids. But you're a kid at the end of the day, I know it, and you're supposed to learn from that. So like, do I consider myself cool? I don't know. Like, I think on YouTube you got to find the right. You got to find the. It's timing is an aspect of YouTube. And think about it. It's a person, right? People don't spend 247 on you. People are not on YouTube 247. Put it that way, okay? And people are not on YouTube 247. At any given time, there's 24 hours in this planet, and there are 8 billion people on this planet. Right now it's daylight over here. Somewhere else on this planet it is nighttime, and people will go on YouTube according to their geographic position of their country, right? Again, it's about the correct timing. You got to find the right timing. If you're fortunate enough to find the right timing, hopefully you get somebody who will subscribe to you. If they're having a good day and they're in a good mood, they'll subscribe to you. If they're having a bad day and your video makes them happy, they'll subscribe to you. It's about timing. So again, you got to be persistent though. Yes, you got to be persistent. You must make sure with YouTube. I think you must make sure that you're on your A game. You got to, even though you don't feel like uploading, you got to do it. It's a job, YouTube. It's an actual full-time job. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna create a YouTube channel and I'm gonna be big and whatnot. What YouTube offers you the dream, okay? The dream, okay? I tell you that. And speaking about YouTube, you got YouTube, you've got other different social media. You got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. What else do you have? I don't know. There's too many. But me, I'm a YouTube OG. I've always been a YouTube guy. I always be YouTube. YouTube was just what I used to watch when I was in university, and I've just kept it that way. Instagram is cool, but Instagram is mainly short videos. But YouTube is just you can do short videos on YouTube, but YouTube is just the OG of everything. It's been around forever, right? And I think that I think that there's more creators. I think there is more creators than there is actual people watching YouTube, or maybe people still watch YouTube, but they're trying to be creators. But there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, right? Is it more difficult for you to stand out in YouTube right now? No, it's not more difficult. Not more difficult. You just gotta work harder. And again, those odd formulas that worked for people, they might work, they might not work. Those very first those very first YouTubers, are they good? Would they necessarily make a dent in today's YouTube? Who knows? Today's YouTube, because again, there's so much competition, but competition is good. You got to learn from competition. You've got to learn from competition. Me, I'm gonna do this as much as possible now throughout the day. I need to get comfortable with structure, layout of conversation, of dialogue right now, and this is why I'm trying to figure out what dialogue am I gonna follow. I just don't want to spark a randomness. That doesn't really help. I need to have some form of structure as I'm speaking about this. Whatever it is that I'm doing on YouTube, I need to have a form of structure and how to be able to articulate it. And again, YouTube itself is one of the main reasons why I'm on YouTube, is to improve my articulation as well. Because it's not that I'm not the strongest articulator, I just haven't learned yet. And that's my philosophy right there. It's not that you can't do it, you just haven't learned yet, and you have to apply yourself. You have to apply yourself as much as possible. So with my vlogs, I'm enjoying the vlogs. It's putting me on the spot, right? I have to think about what I'm gonna say. So now I'm gonna do those on a multiple occasion now throughout the day. At the moment, I'm only doing them once, but I'll do them as many times as possible. As soon as the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna vlog. I'm gonna have so many videos just pre-ready and pre-gone. But the more I keep pushing myself, the better I become. So what's the charisma? What's the charisma behind what's the chemistry? What's the secret to be a YouTuber? What does it take to be a YouTuber? Consistency, charisma, and hard work. That's what I think personally. And the best thing about all this is God, God, our Father, beloved brother, beloved sister, within our minds, within our hearts, within our souls, within our bodies, is this divine energy, this divine power that God gave us that allows us to advance, to better ourselves. But you have got to apply yourself. You have got to apply yourself. Try to say no to shortcuts. Right? Try to say no to shortcuts. Because it's better for you to climb the hill than to have a helicopter pick you up. It's better for you to climb the mountain, not the hill. We'll go for something bigger because it's much more difficult. It's better for you to climb the mountain with your own with your own body, with your own physical self, than having a helicopter pick you up, take you all the way to the top and drop you off. No, it's better. That's just laziness. Do you know how much you gain from that? Do you know how much you gain from that? It's better for you to for you yourself to start from the bottom of the mountain and wake your way up one step at a time. Just like when you're a baby, think about this, right? Before baby stands up, before its two legs become strong enough, it falls many times. Day one, it tries to stand up and it falls back down. Day two, it tries to stand up twice and it falls back down twice. Day three, it tries to stand up 3 times and it falls back down 3 times. Day four, it tries to stand up 4 times and it falls back down 4 times. Day five, finally, boom, it stands up. It's fallen back down 4 times, but on the 5th day, its legs have become strong. Repetition. And God installed that within me and you, within our soul, within our body, within our mind, within our hearts, is that resistance, that ability to keep on pushing forward. I'm not saying I'm not saying not to help the baby, no. But again, it's better to let the baby learn for itself. Regardless, the baby will learn for itself. Even if you as a parent are gonna try and give it aid, there'll be times where you just see it stand up for itself because it wants to teach itself. I see it looks at you and realize, okay, the adult is standing up. Why can't I do that? And slowly, day by day, it becomes bigger. It becomes stronger. It's able to stand up on its own feet. Before you know it, it's walking like it's nothing, right? It's the exact same thing. There's no such thing as a time constraint. As an adult, what tends to limit you is just the amount of time you have to that of a child, right? Because again, you are limited to time because you got all these other responsibilities. But you've got to find the time, right? You got all of these other responsibilities, but again, you've still got that ability to keep on learning. So again, God has given you that strength. He's given you the wisdom. He's given you the life to learn. He's giving you the life to learn, to become strong, and to keep on improving. And YouTube again gives you that opportunity. It's why I love YouTube. It's difficult. Sometimes it's frustrating. Yes, it's life. Life is not meant to be simple. Life is climbing a mountain. You don't want a helicopter. Not me anyway. I don't want to ride a helicopter to the top of Mount Everest. But I am African made, so I like to use Kilimanjaro. So I don't want to climb a helicopter to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. I'd rather use my own 2 legs, right? And in return, I become more wiser. I become more stronger. I gain more life from that. There is an experience there. Helicopters make it easy. So say no to shortcuts, no matter how tempting they are. In the long run, they're not good for you. It's better for you just to graft and do it for yourself. It's better that way. Yes, we are not perfect. I'm not perfect on YouTube. Far from it. I get nervous. I get excited. I feel as if I figured out the chemistry, but even still, I'm still learning. So that's why I enjoy. Anyways, guys. So with that said and done, God loves you. We are blessed. We are brothers and sisters. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I very much appreciate that. With that said and done, right? Anyway, so what does it take to be a YouTuber? Hard work, consistency. Hard work and consistency, pretty much. And say no to shortcuts. Say no to shortcuts. Just keep going, no matter what. Keep going. Face it no matter how hard it gets. Peace out. God bless. Bye bye.